Happy New Year, one and all. I hope you continue to be well. Occurred to me I should mention this is an Earthworks SV33, no longer available I don't think, because people do ask, and sometimes I forget to even mention it, though I usually do in the description. But anyway, that's what this is. Now, this video, I may have compared my USA SM58 with a newer one in the past. I'm not sure, but there's a reason for this video. There's a few reasons, actually. So anyway, what I've got here is a 58, SM58. I don't know from when. I got it in the 80s second hand. This, because we're on holiday, I brought home from school. It's been at school 12 years. Would have been bought from a reputable dealer. Scarcely been used because I take my own mics in. And this one is a bit of a guess. It's the Beta 58, not the A. This is mine. This is kind of, as I say, a guest. It's basically about these two. So what I intended to do was have a listen and see if there's a difference sonically. But before I do that, and I'll bring that one in as well. Before I do that, I wanted to have a close-up looking at construction. A couple of reasons. See if things have changed. From the USA, I don't know where this one was made. I don't think it would have been USA. Might have. But it might be interesting to see. But also because I mentioned before, I was pretty sure this is not the original Grille. I think it was all dented and I replaced it. And I can see it's a different shape and it's a slightly different fit. So I think I just went to the music shop and got one. I think I got not a fake, but just a Shure fit head, which I don't think it was pretending to be Shure. It was just a cheaper one, just whatever they had in stock. So I think that's what that is. Incidentally, I should mention, I wish I'd kept the original, which I've probably thrown away. But you can take this off, take the foam out, get a rounded dowel, end of a broom handle or something, depending on how badly damaged it is. But then put it at the right angle on the handle. Rounded end, so say something like this, but a finger but a bit more rounded. So say if it was all bashed in there, I'd put it on there at that angle, and then you can get a rubber mallet, not metal or a wooden one, I use a rubber mallet, and just gently whack it down either side of where that is, and gradually go around. You take your time. I did say almost perfect job. Well, perfect in that neither she nor I could tell from a girl at school who dropped hers. You know, she just got it and was a bit like, well, her brother dropped it actually. And I said, let me take it home and see what I can do. And you wouldn't be able to tell. So that's that. So what I noticed, a few things about this, the fit compared to this. I've just been off the Shure website and ordered from Shure one of these. It isn't even quite the same shape. So what I'm going to do is look from above, show you a few things. And because people have been mentioning about fakes, it might be useful for some of you to see these. I'm sure the USA isn't a fake. Pretty sure this wouldn't be. This might be 10, 12 years or more, maybe. From a reputable dealer that was supplying schools. So you wouldn't have thought so. And this one, this is in here partly because somebody mentioned, is this a fake? This is the Beta, not the Beta A. So again, it's quite old. I got it second-hand from a second-hand shop. But we'll have a close look and the construction and stuff and see if I can see anything that I'm suspicious about, whether you can see anything that you're suspicious about, and hopefully with these two SM58s they'll serve as an archive if you want to check yours out. I'll get as much detail in as I can. Then I'll plug them in and we'll listen particularly between these two, but I'll throw in the Beta as well. So that's the plan. I'm going to set my stuff up from above and I'll see you there. Okay, here we go. Let's see if there's anything to discover. Put this one to one side for the moment because I'm interested in these two. The weight is similar. This is the USA. This is, who knows? How old? I'm going to say 10 to 15 years. Unused. Let's say 10. I don't know. 1980s, but second hand. As you can see, the Grille is not the same shape. This is a replacement Grille. I've said it before. What a pity that I got rid of the original. Never mind. I've just ordered one from Shure, but of course it'd be made in China. It'd be nice to have kept the original, but I didn't. So we can see that with the Beta A, which is also quite old, everything's quite old around here, that it's a similar shape to the newer, I should say current. I don't know if it is. So there's that. Let me see. Oh, let me get the other light on. Thought there was something. Oh, there we go. Now, let's have a look here. I do notice, well, maybe I don't. I think I do. Just a slight difference in something or the other. It might be because this has been held a lot. It's been polished effectively. Don't know. But there does seem to be a slight difference somehow in texture. That's what that looks like. This is what this looks like. I can't really see in there. I'll comment if I, well, we're pretty sure this is original, not fake. That's what it looks like in there, if you can see. To the USA. And yeah, once again, yeah, there is a slight difference in texture. Isn't that interesting? Am I imagining it? I don't think so, no. Again, this could have been held there, but it's unlikely to have been held there and not touched there at all, if you know what I'm saying. It's, in fact, a lot of people hold quite close. So there does. So maybe that's something that's significant when you're checking things out. Some might say, oh, it's a fake because of that. But it might be that it's real because of that. And we look here at the pins. Next to each other. Very similar as far as I can see. Once again, yeah, definitely seems to be a different colour, texture, something about that band there than there is to this band here. Yeah, and I don't like this grill, so I'm glad I've got I just see the curve around there, the way it's just not right, is it? So, anyway. Nothing much to see there. There is some markings, all that stuff, this recycling type stuff in there, I think, on that. I can't really see. I'll be able to see when on the video, because obviously I'm doing this for you, not for where I'm actually standing right now. I'll bring this one into it, and we'll see. May as well go over it. Once again, let me get some light. Yeah, once again, very slight difference there. Don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but from where I'm standing, I can see the line of shine, of the light, and it doesn't extend. It doesn't. It's still there. You can tell it's not. Hasn't got the gloss that it has here. Don't know if that comes out on the camera. Interestingly, this one has gold pins, gold-plated pins, or gold-coloured. There is, and you might see in there, a ring of rubber, and that's. And I thought, oh, does that mean this one's a fake? Well, but you think it wouldn't have something extra in a fake, really. But that comes out, and it does. All it does is keeps the XLR socket very secure. I've got some red ones which I use on some mics. It's not that I've taken it out and just tested it compared to these, and it's very similar. I may as well show you whilst I'm here. So you get this. Now on this one, because of that rubber that's in there, you have to these others, the USA, without the rubber, even though this has got a little bit of rubber there, because it's a lot easier, and also there's a bit of, you see that? Just a little. It doesn't rattle or anything because of the rubber there, because it's a good fit anyway. So it's only if you really want that. So I've left it in there. I'll show you. That's the USA. And this is the unknown, but genuine. Very similar. And again with a little bit of, but almost exactly the same feel in there. And this one, when I took the rubber out, was the same feel in there. Okay. What else to go on a detailed look? Let's take the tops off then. Now that's very good. Unnecessary, you might say, just good engineering. And that's why I was always suspicious about this one, because even though it's good, but you can hear. Yeah, it's looser. And when I'll do it now, I've done it before, but I'll do it now, why not? When I use the newer, you can tell already. Yeah, so that one's, I'll put it on eBay as a non-original or whatever. Just, I don't know. Let's continue. This, you may have seen my video with the Beta A as well. And again, somebody did say, is this one a fake? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, excellent. But again, I'm not going to spend too much time. Again, very powerful magnet. Can you see that? Very powerful. I'm going to do a separate video, just a short one on this actually, because I'm curious about it. But so it's only a guest in this video. Oh, whilst we're at it, let me bring the 33 down. That's what the Beta58 sounds like. That's the USA. This is the, so these two, the USA and the genuine current, what am I going to call it? So I think it's something better. It's not current really, is it? But it kind of is. I'm going to call it the current, but you understand it's about 10 years old. So the USA and the current one, because it might be made somewhere else now, you know, so you never know, do you? Sound the same to me. This one's got a bit more of a ring to it. Also, this one's a bit lighter. Now, this one, I believe, let me bring this back now. This one, I believe, they say on the Shure website, has no transformer. It has a humbucking coil. I wonder if that's what we can see there. So it has no transformer, which a transformer isn't, you know, is metal with windings around it. So maybe that's why it's lighter. Don't know. I'll leave it off just in case you need to go to it. So let's see if we can spot anything here. Other than the fact that this one's, the USA one is completely mangy. So that needs replacing. I'm not going to touch it. It does spring, well, it wouldn't spring back, it does return if you press it. Eventually, but it's a bit crispy. So there's a difference there, isn't there? That there's some central thing there, I'm not sure what that is. But this one's got these concentric circles. Looking at the edge, where's the line? There, the line underneath on that. So I'm lining them up just so we can see. Oops, a daisy. Drifted, sorry. Well, all looks very similar to me. That's a bit higher maybe. Maybe a touch. Don't know. Nothing really I can spot close up individually. This is the current, just in case you want to check yours out against it. Fairly stiff suspension, mostly in that direction. Some movement side to side, but not much. The USA, we'll have a close look just now, but I think I've just done suspension on that one. Slightly stiffer, that could be age. And again, nothing much side to side. And here's a close-up of the USA, just in case you need it for reference. Yeah, you can see, well, in this light, and looking at the screen, it looks like quite different there. I believe this does undo, but I'm not going to do that. There's no reason for me to, well, you might like to see, I don't think so. I think you can tell enough from this if you think you've got a fake or not. Just for to be complete, this is what the Beta 58 looks like. Could do with new foam there, couldn't it? But I shall leave well enough alone. And this one, interestingly, yeah, again, not all that much side to side. Some, inevitably, but mostly like that. Okay, I think that's probably a very strong magnet. Can't see really, but interesting. Right, I guess the thing to do then, if I get this back on, is not so much this one, as I say. Make sure I get these right. It's quite handy. I can tell straight away that this is one that lives on here for the minute until the new one turns up. Thing to do is then, plug them in, see if there's any difference. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be putting these tops on, because will that make a difference? Well, I can't hear any. So I think if you'll forgive me, plug them in and then we shall see. Well, I tell you why I'm laughing. I've set them up. I'm on the Earthworks SV33. I've set them up hoping for a simple ride. I'm hoping that these two sound the same, and this one we expect to sound different. I've put it in. I've set everything, the trims, the same. So expecting this one to be louder, because neodymium, but I'm expecting these to be much the same. Nice and simple. And then I don't have to fiddle about. But you know what? These two don't sound the same to me. Maybe I'm wrong, because I only just did it quickly, so let's just do it now. Let's see if we notice any difference. And if we do notice a difference, well, I say we, then you know what I've got to do. I've got to swap cables, different channels, see if they still sound different in the same way. Should do this blind, of course, but I can't. And then I'm going to have to swap tops as well to see if it's that. But I'm only going to do this once, so here we go. This is the 58 USA. 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 This is not 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 the 58 USA. This is the 58 USA. Is it me? Or is this one slightly more open? A bit clearer? This is not the USA. This is the 58 USA. All right, so what I'm going to have to do, let's just go through that again. If you, I'm only going to do one, so well, I'm going to do one. I'm going to do several times. I'm only going to do one video. Let me go back through it again to satisfy myself as best I can. I'm going to put my headphones up a bit. Won't affect you. Won't affect. Where are the headphones? Hello, hello, oh, there we go. Sorry about that. I rarely use them and leave them flat. This is the 58 USA. This is the 58 USA. This is the 58 USA. This is not the 58 USA. This is not the 58 USA. This is not the 58 USA. This is the 58 USA. Up there with the USA. Up there with the USA. Up there, not so much with the 58. Okay. Just for completeness, this is the Beta. This is the Beta. So it's like those, a little bit louder, a little bit bigger. Might come back to this later. So what I'm going to do now, could it be the tops? Could be, because they're right between my voice and the diaphragm. So either I can swap the tops, which take a while, but of course I'll edit it out, or I can try them without the tops. So many options. Such joy. Happy New Year. So now I'm on the SV33. Okay, here we go. Let's swap the tops. Okay, tops are swapped. This is the USA 58. This is the USA 58 with a genuine Shure top grill. This is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. This is not the USA 58. This is not, is it me? It's the same, isn't it? This is not the USA 58. This is not the USA 58, but it's got a generic top grill. This is not the USA 58. This is the USA 58. Okay. I'm going to swap the tops back because they make no difference. Just making sure I've got them the right way around. I have. Well, I know from this anyway. Back on the 33, so I'm going to swap the tops, put them back to where they were. I don't really need to, but I'm going to. And then I'm going to swap the cables and the channels, of course, because the cable's going to a different channel. Could be that. Okay, tops are back. Still the same channel for now. Just to remind ourselves, this is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. This is not the USA 58. This is not the USA 58. Time to swap channels. Back on the 33. Just unplug that. Just unplug that. Plug that in there. And plug that in there. It's not rocket science, is it? Now, of course, I'm the other way around. So, must remember that on the desk. Soon find out. So this is now, I can hear it sounds much the same to me, which in the other was the other channel. But this is the 58 USA. This is the 58 USA. Let me just check. This indeed is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. This is not the USA 58. This is not the USA 58. I'm going to swap them back just so because that's the order I have things in and I'm used to it. There's no need really, but what do you think? Is it me? One more time. Is there anything else I could be missing? We swapped the tops, we swapped the cables and channel, just obviously. One more time, and then we'll introduce the Beta. I'm going to compare it to the USA because I prefer it. One more time. This is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. Come on. This is the USA 58. This is not the USA 58. This is not the USA 58. Quite considerable the difference it seems to me. Let's try some low stuff. Low on the current 58. Low on the current 58. Low on the current 58. Low on the USA 58. Low on the USA 58. The USA 58 is cleaner and clearer, more open, seems to me. Could be wrong. All right. Let's keep the USA. Back on the 33. You're going to keep the USA. And just to finish off, compare it with the Beta. I'm going to do a little video on this because I've got something to ask you about it. You might know. Well, you might. This then is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. This is the 58 Beta. This is a 58 Beta, which sounds fairly close to me to the USA 58, but the current one, Gonna have to get some more samples, maybe. I don't know. So this is the Beta. That's it. This is the Beta. This is the Beta. This is the Beta. This is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. This is the USA 58. So the Beta's got a bit more. This is the USA 58. Beta. Yeah, it's got a bit more. What about the top there? 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 Of course, it's louder, so now I'm staying on this one. So let's just up the gain on the beat on the USA. What's going on the top there? What's going on the top there with the USA? What's going on the top there with the USA? What's going on the top there with the Beta? Quite similar. Beta. 58. 58. USA. Beta. Yeah, so more low end. As well, that's what Shure say. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, it's not really about the Beta. Got carried away there. Well, that's it. I don't know. Well, you tell me what you think. Adios.